this has 3 requirements. 3 things that you have to remember, only 3. The first thing is, it's about A, when it comes almost to the end. Okay, so not the very last letter, not somewhere in the middle or at the beginning. That A has to come almost to the end. That's requirement number 1. Number 2 is it has to be a long word. It can't be a tiny little short word. There has to be at least 2 syllables in it, or 2 vowels that don't touch. It has to be a longer word. So the A has to come almost to the end of a longer word, and there has to be a consonant or 2 after it at the very end. That's it. Let me show you an example in the chat. When that happens, the A says and it changes to a schwa sound. Look at the word consonant. Consonant. Now you can see what I mean. That A is almost to the end of a longer word, and there's a consonant or 2, or even 3 sometimes, after it. Then that A changes to the schwa sound and says So when you are spelling and you hear an sound in that spot, you have 2 choices, an A or an O. And I'm going to teach you in O month when to put an O right there. But today we're going to practice putting an A right there, okay? So let me share my screen. Who's excited? Who knew that already? Did anybody know that already? Or is that brand new information that now you have in your brain? All right, let's see. Good. Yeah, I know that there are 3 schwas. It's new, it's new, it's new to me. Yeah. Yeah, so again, so that you can teach this to somebody else. And we're going to repeat it a lot because then it will just get in your brain easier and easier. So when A comes almost to the end of a longer word and there's a consonant after it, it'll say All right, let me share my screen. All right, let's do this one together. I want our word to be Remember how to spell at the beginning of a word? If there's another vowel 2 doors down, you use an A, right? So our word is a-tam-l. T, a, m, ol. Now we're going to do our consonants first. T, a, m, ol. Now we can spell our vowels. Having the consonants there will tell us how our vowels sounds should be spelled. You might think it's a U, but it's not. It's not. When a sound is at the beginning and there's a vowel 2 doors down and you can see it right there, you're spelling it with an A. That's the sound at the beginning of a word. This little upside down E represents the schwa sound. Now for an A is the only letter that can spell that sound, but it requires 2 consonants after it. In order for a vowel to make its short sound, like a, it requires 2 consonants after it, or a consonant in the end of the word. So if there's not 2, make 2. Now here is our spelling hack for the day. When you hear an a sound almost to the end of a longer word and there's a consonant after it, use an A. There is a-tam-l, a-tam-l. All right, are you feeling empowered with knowledge? Let's try it. Your word is a-pat-l. A-pat-l. A-p-a-t-a-l. Go ahead and try this one on your own. Wow, Riley, amazing. A-pat-l. It's okay, Connor. Good, Emily. A-pat-l. There we go. You guys are the fastest learners, I tell you. You never cease to amaze me. This class, wow. You're amazing. A paddle, a paddle. Yeah. Okay, so let's figure this out. A paddle, consonants. A, p, a, t, a, ol. Vowels. A is spelled with an A when it's at the beginning and there's a vowel two doors down. Let me say that again. The sound is spelled with an A when it's at the beginning and there's a vowel two doors down right there. Now for the sound, I'm going to use an A, but it requires two consonants after it. If there's not two, make two. And then for the sound that's almost to the end of a longer word with a consonant at the end, we use an A. There's a paddle, a paddle. So these two A's are schwas, but for two different reasons. This is a schwa because it's at the beginning and there's a vowel two doors down. This is a schwa because it's almost to the end of a longer word with a consonant after it. And this guy's just a regular old because there are two consonants after it. A paddle. Okay. Next, abanton. Abanton. Together. A, b, a, n, t, a, n. Abanton. Consonants. A, b, a, n, t, a, n. Vowels. There's our at the beginning with a vowel two doors down, so we're going to use an A right there. Can I leave it just like this? I can, because there's already two consonants, so I don't have to double anything. And then here's our new spelling hack. When you hear almost to the end of a longer word and there's a consonant after it, you spell it with an A. Is that pattern, is that rule starting to get sunk into your head a little bit? I told you that I was going to repeat it and repeat it so that it will really, really sink in there because it's a little bit of a complicated rule. It has 3 parts to it. So I'm going to say it a lot. But if you find that you are finishing what I'm going to say, that you already know what I'm going to say, that you already know what the first part is, the second part is, the third part is, if you can say it without me, celebrate. That is amazing that you know it already. And that means it's in your brain. It's in your brain forever. You'll be able to use it for the rest of your life. Hallelujah. It's a happy day. All right, your word is a rampun. My mouth is closed in the middle, and it's open at the end. A rampun. Go ahead. Closed in the middle. Mouth is open at the end. A rampun. A rampun. Okay, go ahead and put it in the chat. My mouth is closed in the middle. So when your lips are closed, that's an M. So just a little hint, in the middle there's an M. A rampun. Nice, Gwendolyn. Very good. Yep. Okay. Consonants. A, R, A, There's more. My lips were closed. P, My mouth is open. Vowels. Here's my at the beginning. When you hear at the beginning, you use an A if there's a vowel 2 doors down. For the sound, an A will work just fine right here without doing anything else. It needs 2 consonants after it, but there already are. So it's perfect just the way it is. You don't have to double the M or anything. And then for the sound at the end, that's our new reading hack for the day, spelling hack. When you hear almost to the end of a longer word and there's a consonant after it, you spell it with an A. There's a rampun. A rampun. Just for your information, this A sound that we're working with today, the that's a schwa sound. It sounds exactly like a short U. Sounds like it could be spelled with a U right there. Rampun sounds like it could be a U right there. But if you are learning to spell words correctly, you need to know that there can be a couple different ways to spell the same sound. It's not always going to be a U. Sometimes that sound is spelled with an A. Sometimes it's spelled with an O, as in ton. Sometimes it's spelled with an E. Can you believe that? As in nickel, nickel. Sometimes it's spelled with an I. Can you believe that? Like nostril, nostril. All of these are saying Any vowel can change to the schwa sound and say So U isn't the only letter that can say Every single vowel can say but I'm going to tell you exactly when. You don't have to wonder. There's rules. So you can know exactly when to spell the sound with an A, with an E, with an I, with an O, and with a U. I'm going to teach you every single time. And today we are learning when you spell that sound with an A. So far you learned 2 times. You spell that sound with an A when it's at the beginning and there's a vowel tutors down. You also learned that you spell that sound when A is at the end, like banana, right? When it's at the end, A spells And today you learned that when A is almost to the end, or when you hear that sound almost to the end of a longer word, and there's a consonant after it, it's going to be in A. About 50% of the time. The other 50% of the time, it's going to be an O in this spot. But I'll teach you that in O month, don't you worry. So for today, whenever you hear that sound right here, it's going to be spelled with an A. As a matter of fact, just a little hint. There's never going to be a U in this lesson. So you never have to worry about if there's going to be a U spelling. You're never going to put a U in any of these words, okay? All right, let's do, we have time for maybe 1 or 2 more. Do you want to make it a little harder? Let's do one hard one and one easy one. Easier. They're never easy. I want this one to be play-tan-dum. Play-tan-dum. Now don't spell play like you would by itself. You have to spell it according to the rules of language. Play-tan-dum. Do you want to try it by yourself first? Go ahead. Just a hint, don't spell play like this. AY is for the end of words. You always use an A first if you can. And you can if there's another vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots, which there is right here. Play-tan-dum. My mouth is closed at the end. Play-tan-dum. Hard one? Okay. All right. Yeah, this was an adult level word. Play-tan-dum. Nice, but you're going to get this when we do it together. Even if you didn't get it right when you did it, when I do it, you're going to say, oh yeah, that makes sense, and that is a win. As long as your brain understands it, that's an A+ right there. So play-tan-dum consonants. P, O, A. T, A, N. D, A, M. Vowels. For the A sound, we always try an A first. Will an A say A in that spot? Yeah, it will, because there's another vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots. When that happens, A says A. For the sound, I'm going to spell it with an A. Will an A say here? Yeah, it will, because those next 2 letters are consonants. And then for the sound, that's almost to the end of a longer word, and there's a consonant at the end, I spell that with an A. There's play, tan, dum. Now, even if you didn't get it right when you did it, let's put yet at the end of that. You didn't get it right yet. You just need a little bit of help. This is brand new. This is brand new information that you're trying for the first time. I've been doing it for 35 years. If you even got close, then that's amazing. And especially if you understood it when I did it, if you knew why that A says A, oh yeah, because there's a vowel 1 or 2 doors down, then consider yourself correct. And if you understood that that A said ah because there's 2 consonants after it, then you got it. And now that you know that A says spells the sound when it's almost to the end of a longer word and there's a consonant after it, you're golden. You're golden. You're getting it. All right, last one. Flatal. Flatal. Let's do this one together because we're running out of time. F-O-A-T-A-L. F-O-A-T-A-L. Now for the A sound, all I need is a regular old A there because there's already a vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots. And here's that sound spelled at the end with an A. Flatal. Now let me know in the Q&A, can you finish what I'm about to say? I'm going to stop saying it for just a couple seconds and let you finish what I'm going to say. If you can do that, I want you to put a smiley face or something in the chat. Ready? When A is almost to the end of a longer word and there is a consonant after it, it says Wow, let me know. Were you able to fill in what I just said? Nice! Oh my goodness, you guys are brilliant. I don't know if you know that, but I hope that you believe me. I've been teaching kids for a lot of years. Good job, Ben. Look at that. Almost, you knew more than you did 30 minutes ago. You Mr. Almost there. You know more than you did 30 minutes ago. You have to feel good about that. Your brain just got bigger. It just got more information in it, knowledge that you can use now for the rest of your life. That's amazing. You're amazing. Hopefully I'll see you in the practicum tomorrow. If not, have a great weekend and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.